Well, good morning. Look here. He's telling you good morning this morning. Look at him. He's up. He crawls out, runs around. He but about a midget high, and he's into every damn thing. Yeah, the other one's a little heavier, but he's the littlest one. Little bit about your hand size, and he won't. He just thinks everything's new to him. He crawl everywhere. He is crawling everywhere. All right, you can stand up on your feet. Let me put you back in your box. I think it's breakfast time this morning. Mama's down there feeding. No wonder I play with you all the time. That's why you're so damn little. You're just looking at me. He barks. He barked at the church people the other day. Put him back in his box. Well, this morning I'm going to talk about is life worth living? You get in a routine of things. And if you don't like it, it's hard to get out of it. I fall into traps just like anybody else. And I'll get on hangouts and stay for 2 or 3 days at a time. You know, I have sleeping problems and ill health. And hell, I'll tell you what, losing sleep deprivation and stuff like that. And then a lot of that stuff I blame on myself. Life is what you make it. You can make it rough and you can gripe and bitch and complain about the world, or you could just say, accept the world for what it is and go on living. You know, or you can gripe about your fellow people that's living in the world, and the people that's on YouTube, and then the trolls that want to bother you, and all that other stuff. I laugh at everything. And the reason I laugh and cut up and go on about everything, it's grand at my old age to wake up and say, damn, I guess I lived through the night. Sometimes you die during the night. But I get up in the morning. I try to get up early, and I lay back down during the day. And I like to hear the birds and the sun breaking up, the sun shining. Sometimes I'm still awake on leaving a hangout or whatever. When I know you shouldn't go on hangouts to begin with, to be honest with you. But it gives you something to do and talk to others. You know what I'm saying. And I like to talk to people. You better do. But life is worth living. Wake up and think what you want to do with that day. Or what do you want to do with the time that you got left? You know, you could get run over by a damn semi or a damn plane crash on your meteorite fall on your damn head. Most people's got plans for the weekend, plans for the month, this, that, and that. But I tell you, just plan for the day. If you possibly can, just plan for that one day. Because that day is worth living. Don't bitch, don't complain. Keep your spirits up. Because it is exactly what you make that day. Yeah, there's plenty of things to bitch about and complain about in the world, because that's what the world's about. Bitching and moaning. People love to bitch and moan and complain about and talk about one another. Like, oh yeah, okay, we'll talk about one another. Oh, I had to yawn. That's just like a little puppy. I've watched these puppies grow, and I helped her with the birth of them. That one was just more or less dead till I made sure, cleaned out his throat and patted on his chest and everything else. Got it to breathe and blowed in his mouth. It finally decided to take his first breath, and it was like, throwed his head back, you know, and took that first breath. So even when it was born dead, it decided life was worth living. And that gave you a good lesson in life. You know, you be born dead, you could live your life and be dead. Dead in your attitude, dead in your narrow-mindedness, so on and so forth. I mean, you can just go on. You're just a dead person. Nobody wants to be around you. No one wants to talk to you, so on and so forth. You've lost the art of laughing, cutting up, and enjoying life, and have a zeal for You know, I watched a video about miserable people. Why don't they go live in caves? And I thought, well, that was almost the same thing video I was going to put up. But life is worth living, but you got to make it worth it. You know, take the the littlest, smallest thing that you're giving, and make the best out of it. It's like them little puppies. I get up, I have a routine early in the morning. The mother dog is usually, she's pilfered all night long and eat her a bowl of food and this, that, and the other. I get up and I change the pads. I'll change the bedding in the box, and that they, they're bedding in the box. Put a new baby blanket down. Take the other one, put it in the washing machine, so on and forth. So on and so forth. Put down the dog food. Make sure everything's fed and watered. Change the poopy pad, the puppy's pads. I have put them. I keep down puppy pads for Oreo and baby. Let them out. Let them play. Let the big dog out. She stays in the foyer because I don't leave her out at night. And Abby's the one that wakes you up at daylight. Big old chocolate lab belongs to my daughter, and I keep her in at night. And at the foyer in the front door, so when you open the door, she's sitting right there looking at you. And if you knock on the door, she'll bark because she's right there. But I let her out, make sure she's had drunk all of her water during the night and the food all during the night. So I had to fill that back up. Now she'll stay outside for a couple of hours, and then she wants to come back in. The pups will go out, stay 10 minutes, they're back in, they're done. And Oreo goes over and uses the pad, and I have to pick it up because he won't go outside. He thinks I got a perfectly good pad, I'm using it. So, but they've learned in my routine, and I've learned their routine. So life is worth living. They give me a lot of joy just to get up and wait and tend on them. It's great to be needed. Somebody needing you or whatever gives you joy. It gives you responsibility, gives you a purpose. So life is worth living. A lot of people that they get, like I said, they get on. I have a habit of getting on hangouts and talking, and then I get irritated at the trolls. But even they got a purpose. They're misdirected and misguided. And you can be misdirected and misguided and not enjoy your life to the fullest. Because that's all you're given here. You're given a short period of time to see what you do with it. And it's all strictly up to you. It is 100% strictly up to you. You can go through life miserable. You can go through life complaining. You can go through life bitching about other people, and then your life, I would question, is life worth living? You got to see the fullest you can get out of life. If that's all you can do is make other people irritable and miserable, I would question, is my life worth living? And I ain't saying go kill yourself or something. No. What I'm trying to tell you is go find something that is worth living. You know what? I don't care what it is. You could go down to the park and feed ducks if it makes you happy. But making others feel miserable and spreading your gloom and doom. And anybody can just spread that gloom and doom and talk about others and make life miserable for others and yourself. But go out there and make life worth living for yourself. Get out and watch the birds. Get out and watch the wind blow, the ripples on a pond. I counted one time when I was camping. I'm going to make it real quick, then I'm going to close. I timed the time that the tide would come in on a lake. and it had a rhythm to it, and the rhythm stayed the same. I learned something. Hmm. Because even though you can't be too physical in your activities and stuff, you can find uplifting things that makes it life worth living. So I'm gonna close now. Remember, it's your responsibility to make you and others happy. Because why would you want to make somebody sad? Because then it turns around and makes you sad. It makes your life miserable and meaningless, and but make it worth living and have a goal and an outlook of joy and happiness. Thank you guys for listening to this stupid ass video. You guys take care and enjoy yourself.